Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a mi canal, soy Robert y continuamos con Thirsty Suitors, en lo que ya va a ser el episodio final de Jala, de las aventuras y desventuras en Timberlake Hills. Y justo donde dejamos el episodio anterior, vamos a ir dándole ya para que nos cargue. Capítulo 9, ¿quieres amor? Adopta un perro. Jala y Aruni han tenido un largo enfrentamiento que tenían pendiente. Jala y Taylor han lidiado con su dolorosa historia, pero la mayor de las batallas está por venir. Patty llega mañana, lo he dicho, Patty, la abuela, llega y va a ser evidentemente el confrontamiento definitivo y más grande que hemos tenido o vamos a tener con Jala en este Thirsty Suitors. Pero antes de comenzar el episodio, como siempre, pedíais que os gustara el contenido, por favor lo apoyéis, dadle like, manita arriba a este vídeo, pasad por comentarios a saludar y suscribiros al canal, que es completamente gratis y ayuda un montón. Así que vamos a continuar, lo dicho. Y otro día más aquí en la casa de Jala, ya veis, con Aruni, la cual llegó en el episodio anterior, con la cual nos reunimos, hicimos ya las paces más o menos. Y no sé cuál es el objetivo, no tenemos objetivo, vamos a hablar con la madre.
I'm glad you two have made up.
We were ordered to.
Now that's exactly the sort of comment your grandmother will pounce on.
Claro, tenemos que... El objetivo de la madre de Jala es que todo el mundo finja que o pretenda que se llevan todos muy bien, que todo está perfectamente para causar buena impresión a la abuela.
I'm asking you to be on your best behavior. I am begging you. Can you both please do this for me?
I promise, Ma. No. Mom, this is ridiculous. Why do we have to put on a show for Patty?
This is not the time for this discussion, girls.
Why not?
Because she's here.
Ha llegado. Ya está Patty. El padre no la quiere ni ver.
My three favorite girls, all gathered in this cozy little kitchen.
Me esperaba más mayor, la verdad.
Have you missed me, darling?
It's so good to see you, Amma. You must be hungry after your long flight.
Vale, pues hay que cocinar para la abuela unas paratas. Una masa fina, ligera y tierna que se puede acompañar con cualquier cosa y a cualquier hora del día. Dificultad 1. Así que bueno, en principio no es un plato muy complicado.
For lunch, Amma?
You've been telling me how much Jala's improved her cooking recently. How about you show us what you've learned from your mother, Jala?
But, Amma...
Don't tell me you don't even trust her to make paratas, Rukmini. What do you say, Jala?
Es una trampa, pero no hay escapatoria,
Mom's been really patient with me. I'm sure I can manage paratas.
Well, you have confidence at least. I hope you're not going to disappoint us.
Of course she can make parathas, Ma.
I'm so glad I came home for this. It's not uncomfortable at all.
Stop making silly jokes, Aruni. Patty might misunderstand your strange sense of humor.
Oh no, I understand it perfectly.
Do not embarrass me, Jala.
What are you mumbling over there?
I was just asking if Jala washed her hands.
A grown woman like her, you need to ask. Surely you know to always wash your hands before you cook, Jala.
Responder, dejar que me responder.
Of course I do. I'm an American, not a heathen.
See, Rukmini, you have to stop babying your children. How will they develop any independence?
Yes, Ma.
Vale, pues empezamos con un super lavado. O sea, tope.
Very good. Whisk the flour and salt together.
You should sift first, or it'll be lumpy.
Yes, Patty.
Such an obedient child. Your mother had such a smart mouth at your age.
Jala? Obedient? Sure, yeah. That's my little sis. Never put a foot outside the bounds.
I see who did inherit your smart mouth, Rukmini.
Just sieve the flour, Jala.
Vale, vamos a tamizar. Vamos a ir de buenos, ¿sabéis? Vamos a hacer que Jala sea una hija ejemplar.
So, Aruni, you're following in your mother's footsteps and marrying a foreigner.
His name is Ahmed.
Did I say something wrong? It's just a fact. He's not Indian.
Well, technically, neither am I. My dad's Sri Lankan and my passport's American.
Not Indian. And you, Jala? You're also an American?
Defender a Aruni y vete a responder. Defender a Aruni. Sí, porque esto las mentalidades de... Es Es que es ridículo, es que no hace falta ni explicarse.
What does it matter if Aruni doesn't consider herself entirely Indian?
What does it matter? It's time to whisk the ingredients, Jala. What are you standing around for?
Vale, remover.
I warned you, Rukmini. If you take these girls to America, they'll be rootless.
Me estoy dando cuenta que la barra de aprobación prácticamente no está subiendo, ¿eh?
Thousands of years of history and culture reduced to Bollywood movies and pretty outfits.
I don't even like Bollywood movies.
They barely even speak Tamil. My God, the poetry you've stolen from them.
Defender a mamá, hacer una broma. Vamos a hacer una broma.
I'm really more of a prose girl.
Can't confirm. I'm not even entirely certain Jala can read.
Hey! That's because you've never read Thiruvalluvar. Girls, please. We used to stay up so many nights, drinking endless cups of tea and quoting poetry to each other. Didn't you want to have that with your own daughters? Don't tell me you don't grieve the loss of it.
Time to incorporate the oil into the flour, Jala.
Huh? You haven't changed at all. Fine. Avoid the question.
The technique's important here, so be careful.
Vale, supermezclar a mano. Vale, perfecto.
Looks good, Jala. Now roll out the dough.
Pero aún así, veis ya, paso quinto de quinto. O sea, quinto de 5 pasos. Y la parada de promoción no ha llegado ni a las 2 estrellas.
Looks good. This shoddy job. Do it again, Jala, and pay attention this time.
Defenderse, pedir ayuda a mamá, aceptar la culpa, defenderse.
This is how I always do it, and it turns out fine.
Fine. Is that really enough for you in life? To be just fine? Average? Unremarkable?
Espero que hagamos un combate contra la abuela porque la quiero poner en su lugar. La verdad, me está cayendo terriblemente mal.
Well, I love you enough to expect more from you. Do it again. Properly this time.
Now we wait for the dough to rest.
No, no, no. You just stand there. I'll teach Jala the proper way to make paratas.
Protestar, aceptar la culpa, protestar.
There's nothing wrong with Mom's teaching.
Then why has it come out so badly? Don't make a sulky face. You have to learn to accept constructive criticism. Right, Rukmini?
Yes, of course, Amma.
See? Your mother agrees with me.
La madre es una huevona que no se revela ni le dice nada a su madre. A las madres y a los padres siempre hay que ponerse algo en cierta manera en su lugar. Bueno, no me voy a meter ahí. Digo hasta cierto punto, ¿sabéis? Como a todo el mundo. Todo el mundo tiene que ponerte en tu lugar en algún momento de la vida.
Throw that dough away. We're starting again.
Joder, empezar de cero. Madre la sargento
Go wash
esta.
your hands again. Come back with a fresh mind.
That'll take more than a hand wash.
Thanks, Aruni. What a helpful remark.
It's just sisters bickering. What are you fussing about?
Vale, super lavado, venga. Otra vez, a repetir el proceso.
Very good.
What's this I hear about you taking a sabbatical year before college, Jala? How you can take a sabbatical before you even begin, I don't know. Have you started applying for the new semester?
No voy a ir a la universidad, aún no lo he decidido.
I'm not really sure if it's for me, Bati.
You really shouldn't delay your education. Wait, sorry. Did I hear that correctly? You're not sure if you're going to college. What is going on here, Rukmini?
It's an ongoing discussion.
You've been lying to me. Clearly, everything is not fine in your house. Your mother is an educator and you're not going to college? This is just a slap in the face.
Time to sift the flour.
Your daughter is throwing away her future and you want to talk about flour? This is really parenting, Minnie. Well, what can I say to that? Sift! Sift, Jala!
Vale, tamizar.
Do you even know what I had to sacrifice to get an education myself? To get my daughter educated? She could have done her post-graduation, done a PhD, used that brilliant mind of hers. Instead, she threw it all away to marry that man and become a teacher here in this backwater American town.
Protestar, morderse la protestar.
That man is my dad. And what's wrong with being a teacher?
Nothing, if that's the highest you can reach. You don't even know how smart your mother is. What a waste of her all this is.
I made my decision a long time ago, Amma. And believe it or not, I'm happy.
Do you have any other choice but to pretend to be happy? Add more salt, Jala. You're being too tentative.
Vale, súper especial. Vale, perfecto.
I told you that your daughter would one day make you cry the same bitter tears you made me cry.
It's not the same thing.
Don't tell me you approve of this I'm not going to college nonsense.
Of course I don't.
Amma, didn't we talk about this?
So my opinion doesn't matter? I'm your grandmother. My blood runs in your veins. You don't even think you owe me an explanation. Go get some yogurt, Jala. It makes the dough softer.
I don't do that anymore, Amma.
Fine, just mix it as it is. Who cares how it turns out? You've obviously given up on teaching your children anything.
Aruni, Jala, do not say a word. Jala, mix the ingredients. It's nearly lunchtime and there's still a lot left to do.
No, forget about lunch. Forget the parathas. None of this is about the goddamn parathas. Pati, you just want to find fault with everything Mom does, and you're taking it out on Jala.
Is this how you've taught your children to speak to their elders?
Aruni, be quiet.
Aruni's right. Pati, you're not being fair.
Oh, so now I'm to be judged by a child.
No, Ma. I told you to be quiet. Both of you.
Nah, es que no tiene que ser así. O sea, si os imagináis nosotros en nuestra cultura que la señora esta, por más que mayor... O sea, el respeto te lo tienes que ganar no a base de edad, sino el que tiene 100 años siempre tendría más respeto que el que tiene 99. Eso no tiene ningún sentido. Si quieres respeto, tienes que respetar a los demás. Y la abuela no es respetuosa, evidentemente, ni con la madre, ni con las nietas, ni nada. Vamos a insistir.
We're standing up for you, Ma.
What have you been telling these girls? That they think I'm so terrifying? You need protection from me, is that it?
I don't know what's gotten into them. They're not usually like this.
Pobre madre.
You're the one who's completely different whenever Pati's around.
Oh. I understand now. You're all just one big, happy family. I'm the outsider. Is that it?
How could you be an outsider here, Amma? Aruni's just stressed about the wedding. Don't take it to heart.
This isn't Aruni's fault.
Don't get in the way of Mom throwing me under the bus, Jala.
Clearly, I'm the villain ruining this cozy domestic scene.
Amma, no, please don't.
You want to make me the villain? Fine, I'll be your villain. I was born to play that role.
Oh, está bueno el combate. Vale. Entonces ahora nos vamos a enfrentar directamente. Jala contra Pati. Parece que hay una zona de skate, ¿no? Porque veo ahí estos ítems que hay que... Sí, tal cual. Hacer skate para llegar a donde ella. ¡Ah, me he caído! Dios. Es que no me esperaba una parte de skate, tío. A ver, el juego es original, tío. Yo lo sigo diciendo, hubo una parte del medio en la que ya con tanto pretendientes me volví un poco repetitivo, pero luego esta parte final os vais seguro a sentir muy fresco. Tío, te juro que le he dado hacia la izquierda, como me llamo Roberto. Y luego otra cosa que no he comentado, pero estaba escuchando en Spotify el tema principal del juego. No es este el que suena ahora, pero Tiene muy buena banda sonora.
Look around, Jala. I exploded this domestic dream because I want to wake you up.
Y me gusta mucho el... Joder.
Look around, Jala.
Parece look around, que miremos alrededor.
Exploded this domestic dream because I want
Estos son los
to wake you
pretendientes.
up.
Los pretendientes que nos lanzaba la abuela. El tema que suena al principio del juego, o el menú principal, ese me encanta. Es un temón. Ah, muy temprano.
Don't you dare sleepwalk into this life.
Le he dado... A veces el skate falla un poco a veces, No sé ni por dónde hay que ir, tío. No veo. Vale, hay que salir. Sé que puedes con ello, Yara. No dejes que Patty te influya. Si te frustras, puedes dejar que tu subconsciente tome las riendas. Autopatinaje, no. Continuar. Nos está diciendo que habíamos muerto ya muchas veces, que somos unos paquetes. Vale, hemos llegado a la plataforma. Iniciar, vale. Patty, su hija ha fracasado con sus ambiciones por el éxito y el honor. No va a permitir que su nieta cometa los mismos errores. Es hora de un poco de mano dura. Vamos allá, enfrentamiento con Patty. Parece que es el enfrentamiento final.
She's a lovely girl, but mediocre, just like your father. No ambition. But you, Jala, I see myself in you, just like I saw myself in your mother. I failed her. I'm not going to watch her make the same mistakes with you.
My mom's happy. How can you call that a mistake?
Perhaps you should consider that with age comes wisdom.
A ver, mira, dice eso. Es que son antiguas creencias. Evidentemente es un reflejo de la cultura india. Este juego. Y es así, porque yo conozco, lo he dicho, yo conozco muchísima gente india. Y es así, a día de hoy. Así es como está su cultura. Esto de la sabiduría se gana con los años. Bueno, en parte sí, en parte no. Anda, que no conocemos adultos que no tienen dos dedos de frente. La abuela y la cultura en general de pues esta cultura pues tiene que adaptarse un poco más a los tiempos. Ya veis, los jóvenes no encajan con la cultura india.
Don't misunderstand, Betty. I'm not doing this to be cruel. I just want you to fulfill your potential. You have fire, Jala. People like us, we need to be pushed. We need to be tempered. We were born to burn.
Vale, estos son los dedos. Vamos a empezar con un ataque básico. Hostias, nivel 30, la señora. Hostia. Tú, te juro que le estoy dando. Hostia, ¿qué coño está pasando aquí, tío?
Men can make mistakes. But every choice we make, there's a price to pay. You have to bargain with the world for what you want. So what do you want, Jala? Really? And what are you willing to give up?
Aquí invocamos a mamá. No se puede invocar a mamá. A mamá no le va a hacer ni pizca de gracia que le pida ayuda con esto. Tita Chandra, Sundi. Vamos a invocar a Sundi, a ver.
The spirit of Timber Hills.
77 de daño, vale. A ver. Joder, es que es imposible hacerlo perfecto,
You think I sent you those suitors because I wanted you to choose one of them? Those dimwits and fools. Not one of them is worthy of my granddaughter.
Then what was the point? They've been ambushing me all over town.
I just wanted to show you I cared, that I was thinking of you, test you a little. I'm glad you rejected them. I'm proud of you. You're selfish, just like me, Jala. Selfish isn't the worst thing for a woman to be in a world where we're raised to lose ourselves. These roles of wife, mother, consume you if you're not careful. Just look at Rukmini. Don't you want more?
Vale, me voy a tomar una poción o algo para recuperar salud porque vaya hostias que nos mete esta. Paratas, una parata. turno adicional. Pues es otra porque hemos recuperado muy poco. Punto de salud 80. Vale, estamos a tope, ¿no? No, estamos iracundo, mierda. Ahora voy a lanzarle un ataque así tocho. Crítico, 61. Tú, le das, es imposible hacerlo bien. Nada, regular todo, estoy dando al stick. Nada, imposible. La mitad de salud. Joder, qué tocha es. Qué tocha. Pues este está muy complicado, Está muy complicado, sí. 8 de daño. No me jodas. Nah, solo bien. Es que es imposible.
Don't you understand, Jala? We're not safe. We're dangerous. People like us will never be satisfied with playing it safe.
Joder, está muy difícil, Igual la pichamos. A ver, algo que me haga recuperar puntos de salud, vale. Cinco de daño, es que así no vamos a ninguna parte, tío. Fíjate. Nada, es que vamos a pichar. No hemos muerto en ningún momento en este juego, pero es que ahora se va a embucar a la tía. Porque creo que me recupera salud, ¿no? Vamos a ver. Pua, qué poca salud me ha recuperado. Estamos muertos. Nos ha derrotado. Nos ha jodido. A ver qué pasa, tío. Vale. A lo mejor esto tenía que pasar, A lo mejor tenía que pasar. Es que me pareció muy difícil. Yo creo que tenía que pasar. Porque no es ni medio normal lo difícil que era. Vamos a hablar con nuestro padre. Vamos a hablar con todos.
Jala banana? You look worried.
No puedo ganar. ¿Qué estoy haciendo? Vale, yo creo que tenía que pasar, además sé con los dos dedos la abuela, ¿sabéis? Como de sobrada.
She's too strong. I can't find a single weakness.
It's all right to need a little help from the people who love you, you know. You're not alone. And it's not just yourself that you're standing up for, right? Don't underestimate how powerful that can make you.
Vale, nos ha dado suministros.
The women in your family, they're all terrifying. It's so hot.
Jala, I'm cheering for you, but honestly, I hope I grow up to be your grandma.
Look, I hate to say this, but I'm proud of you.
I caused house-exploding drama just before your wedding. I thought you'd be pissed.
Some drama's necessary, like draining the pus from a wound. So, get back up there, and don't you dare back down.
Vale, nos ha dado un plátano.
Remember, hydrate and lift with your legs.
Come on, Auntie. You've known her longer than I have. You must have an actual suggestion.
Run. Try to look small and pathetic.
Really?
Though I usually thrive on confrontation and healthy communication, my tactic with your grandma's been avoidance.
That's not exactly gonna work here.
She loves you, Jala. Just remember why you're fighting her. It's not to win.
My grandmother is the sweetest, kindest woman you could ever imagine. She makes the best gajar halwa. But that's probably a story for another time. Family's complicated, huh?
Our family, our heritage, their roots, tethers. Don't let them be burdens, all right?
You're not alone, Jala. I promise. I'm right here with you.
Hostia, creo que tal está medio bugueado. Fijaos los ojos, Porque se la buguea en plan un rollo que no se ha cargado el párpado o algo. Fijaos, parece una momia.
You know, my mother's not wrong. I never thought I'd leave India before I met your father.
Do you imagine what your life would be like without Dad? Do you wish it was different?
It's hard to see anything else but the life I have now. I stopped imagining other lives a long time ago.
Isn't it better to focus on what is?
Maybe. That's why sometimes what my mother says is hard to hear. Don't do this, Jala. Don't fight her. You won't win.
I've never seen you back down from a confrontation before. I don't get it.
You're like me, Jala. People make less sense to me the more I love them. Sometimes I think you're just like me. And other times, I don't know you at all. You'll only get hurt if you go back up there, Jala. Just give it up.
I'm not going to be afraid of getting hurt anymore, Amma. Some fights are worth it, even if you know you can't win.
Bueno, pues todo el mundo nos dice como que no podemos ganar, pero bueno, se verá. Vale, esta es súper Jala. Vale, Patti, podrá Jala hablar con la aterradora matriarca de su familia a través de la brecha generacional. Y lo que es más importante, sobrevivirá al daño emocional.
Well, this is certainly a nightmare of intergenerational trauma from which we devoutly wish to wake.
Tyler? What are you doing here?
What do you think? I'm here to help you, dummy.
Nálgate de aquí.
I just said goodbye to the last voice in my head. I don't think I'm ready for another one.
Nah, don't worry. This is just temporary. Are you really in a position to be refusing help right now?
No.
No, vale, o sea que nos va a ayudar, no sé cómo, pero nos va a ayudar. Bueno, ya veis que ahora somos del mismo tamaño. Vamos a provocar. Ahora nivel 35, Patti, tío. Va subiendo de nivel todo el rato, macho. A ver, conmoción.
You say you're disappointed Mom didn't achieve her potential, but would you really want her to eclipse you? You love being the one on top.
Nah, inmune. Joder, no me fastidies que ahora lanza pretendientes.
All I want to do is guide you. Why do you twist everything I do?
A ver si puedo provocar iracundo.
You've never said a word about me being queer. That doesn't feel like acceptance, Bati. You're just pretending a huge part of me doesn't exist.
Iracundo, vale, bien. O sea, que antes me he gastado los suministros a lo tonto. Porque total, teníamos que perder.
Oh.
91, vale, ese le ha hecho daño.
Ooh, I finally get a chance to do one of these narrator intros. As other grandparents succumb to the ravages of age, Patti does yoga every morning, has all her own teeth, and can hear someone whispering gossip from across a crowded room. I've always suspected Patti absorbs life force from the people around her, like a vampire, but for other people's failures.
She's not that bad.
Look where you are!
Are you mumbling to yourself, Jala? Didn't your mother teach you any manners? When an elder speaks, you should listen.
Vale, vamos a seguir con este... Bien. Joder, es que no le hemos quitado casi nada,
Mind your passion, your effort. You spend them all here, for them. But you'll never be one of them.
Joder, macho. Vale, a ver, ahora no nos queda tanta salud.
To remake yourself. That's how you grow stronger.
A ver si no me fallas, ya da. Vale, bien. Ah, qué mal. Bueno, poco a poco, vamos poco a poco, sin prisa.
If you keep running from pain, you will lose yourself.
Vale, vamos a invocar aquí a Sandra.
brilliant women are happy ones. Oh, Jala, don't be so naive.
Vale, vamos a provocarla.
Everyone in the family says I take after you, Patti.
Vale, perfecto. Este, ¿no? Ese de... deseo. Creo que sí. 120, vale, ese me ha gustado. Así puedes hacer dos más, así.
Your mother would come to rescue you by now.
You and me both.
¿Cuánto daño le hemos hecho, tío?
You resent me. I'm just trying to make you better.
You're so concerned about maintaining your dignity, holding up your pride, losing face. You've lost something way more important.
Vale, perfecto, corazón roto. A ver, ¿qué tenemos aquí? Este. Ah, qué mal. No sé lo que está haciendo, tío.
Is being happy all you want? You could be so much more.
Vale, 36, pues solo podemos hacer uno flojillo.
Do you think I want you to get married because I'm sentimental about it? No. My husband was a self-important, narrow-minded alcoholic. I'm supposed to be sad and lonely now he's dead, but I'm not. I'm relieved.
Did he love you?
I'm sure he did, in his way. He loved his clean house, his iron shirts, his hot meals. Can there truly be love without equality? My husband thought he was the undisputed master of the house. My master.
It's hard to imagine Patti in that situation, but that was the reality for a lot of our grandmas and great-grandmas and great-great-grandmas from every culture.
Sí, ahí le ha dado de todas las culturas, la verdad. El machismo al final es que ha estado presente y sigue estando presente. No tanto como antes, pero sí ahí.
So you see, Jala, I'm being pragmatic. They don't call it the marriage market for nothing. It's pick a man to take you places, or work 10 times harder to get yourself there instead. What you can't do, my girl, is what you have been doing, and that's neither.
Vale, bueno, sigue con 2 turnos con el corazón roto. No, eso está bien ahora, joder. Solo un turno, me cago en la leche. Ah, tenía que haber usado ahora esto de la Tita Chandra ahora mismo, pero ya nada.
Love isn't handing out gold stars and giving hugs. It's cold hard truth.
Vale, voy a utilizar otra vez más objetos porque necesito FVs, tío. Está curando la vieja.
It's all been too easy for you. That's why you're so lost.
Vale, vamos a atacarla.
I don't see anything of your father in you. Thank goodness.
If I'm so special, I guess Mom didn't do such a bad job raising me after all.
Ah, inmune. Se ha curado otra vez, tío. No me fastidies.
When I went to work, I had 2 saris. Just 2. I'd wear one and wash one. You have no idea the sacrifices I've made.
Ahí la cundo.
You favored Aruni as a kid because she was fair. And you dropped her when I started doing well at school.
I pick winners, Jala. That's how we survive.
Joder, se vuelve a curar, tío.
I could really use Mom's help right now. She's always mediated between me and Parte.
I know, but you and me, we've got this, right?
Pues Tyler no nos está ayudando nada, no sé qué dice. Me voy a curar, no, voy a hacer un ataque, tío. Invocar a Sundi, invocamos a Sundi, venga.
The spirit of Timber Hills.
77, vale. Joder, se va a curar. A ver si vamos al 50% de salud. Joder, un ataque de estos brutales otra vez. ¡Ah! ¡Qué mierda! Imposible.
The last time you were near a Kanchipuram sari, you peed all over it.
I was a newborn. And what were you doing changing my nappies in a silk sari anyway?
Buah, tenemos que curarnos, tío. Ah, tío, plátano, venga. A ver, dime que funciona.
Your love isn't motivation. It's sabotage.
Vale, bien. Venga, 2 turnos. Oh. 98. Venga, otro igual.
You'll spend your whole life proving you're half as good to a society which will never acknowledge your better.
Vamos a hacerle otra vez. El mismo. Vale, y ya está al 50%. Esto nos da esperanzas. El problema es cuando se hace el ataque este de Kung Fu.
You're really going to insult me like this in a sari I picked out for you?
Vale, necesito algo tocho. ¿Qué tenemos por aquí? Yalevis, no tengo otro Yalevis, venga. Vale, perfecto. Ahora necesito FVs. Hago tocho de FVs, a ver. FV más 40. FV 80 y PS 100, mira. Ah, no tenemos 0 de esos. PS. FV 80, palometa frita. Vale, perfecto. Esto es lo que buscaba yo.
Your mother abandoned her academics to run off for love. And look at you, the same mistakes.
Ah, mira, mierda.
What's the point of idealism if you don't have the power to change anything?
A ver, ¿tenemos algún objeto para quitarnos el estado este de iracundo? Que no me gusta nada. Daño infligido. ¿Qué es esto? Está hirviendo. A ver, una tetera hirviendo. No sé para qué ha servido eso. Ha cambiado sus debilidades. Joder, este es el que no me gusta nada, tío. Ah, es que nada, es imposible ese. Muy difícil. Cura, a ver. FV más 40. Sí, venga, vamos a aprovechar que estamos iracundos para recuperar los FVs.
You think you can pretend your way into the world as you think it should be? No. You have to live in it as it is.
Vale, vamos a provocar a ver si podemos hacer iracundo. Provocación iracunda.
Your sister's just
Perfecto.
average. But you're special, Jala.
Vale, venga. Ataques iracundos de estos tochos.
Oh.
91, vale, ese me ha gustado.
Sometimes speaking across the generation gap is like speaking across different universes.
Bet you wish you were in a different universe right now, huh?
Seriously.
It's time someone taught you a hard lesson, Jala.
No me gusta cómo suena
Let's
eso.
settle this like grown women with the most powerful weapons of all.
Uh-oh.
Our Words.
No sé lo que significa eso. Ha recuperado salud, tío. ¿Qué me estás contando? Provocación sin efecto, joder. Acaba por todas partes. Daño recibido. Vale, vamos a hacer daño. El doble de daño.
Do you know how hard I had to fight for my education? To get my daughter educated. And now your family wants you to go to college, but you throw away the chance?
I get it. The world was unfair to you. But that doesn't mean it's right for you to live out your ambitions through me.
You disrespectful, ungrateful, selfish little girl. You know nothing. A teacher's daughter speaking like this. I knew Rukmini failed in her profession, but looks like she failed as a mother too.
Don't say that about her.
No podemos provocarla. Vale. Joder, solo 4 de daño, tío. Casi no se puede.
You think you're an American? That you'll ever really be one of them? You'll always be a second-class citizen here.
Just say you miss me, Patti. This isn't about me being American. This is about you feeling left behind.
Ah! You live in this place which feasts on stolen riches and think you're different from these colonizers. Ha! You're even worse, because you've turned your back on your own.
I am not seduced by the materialist comforts of the imperial core. I'm not.
Vamos a hacer ataque rápido. Nada. Joder.
I can accept it if you don't want to get married,
Claro, estamos buscando salud
Jala,
básicamente con
truly.
estas palabras, sí.
But children? Children are a roll of the dice, thrown into our collective future, a way to keep playing long after you're gone. Don't you believe in the future, Jala?
You're the one who said being a wife and mother isn't everything. Don't you believe in yourself, Patti?
What will the world come to if intelligent women like us don't have children?
Eugenics much?
Don't you think your mother knows the reason you don't want children is because she failed you as a parent?
I'm not refusing to have children to hurt Mom.
But you know you're hurting her. You're breaking her heart.
Bueno, al momento ya nos va quitando 20 con cada frase suya. Y nosotros 40, así que pues será cuestión de sobrevivir. Es casi, fíjate, daño 2.
You think you're protecting your mother from me? You're wrong, Jala. I'm hard on her because I love her. You don't even know her.
You have Mom turning herself inside out for your approval. You've convinced her she needs you. You made that empty place in her soul, and you dangle the promise that she'll be whole if only she dances to your tune. I'm sorry for whatever made you this way, but I am done with your power games.
You have no idea the sacrifices I made for her.
Joder, macho, me he gastado todos los
You want the
CVVs
truth, Patti?
y os falla.
Jala, maybe you should calm down.
No, it's time someone actually stood up to her. You know what, Patti? I hate you. You...
What?
I hate the way you talk to Mom. How you look down on Dad. How you dismiss Aruni. You're cruel. You passed that cruelty to Amma. And it's in me, too. I always know exactly how to cut someone down. Make them smaller. I'm so good at hurting people. It's like there's this monster inside me trying to claw its way out. And you made love something I was terrified of. I hate how much power you have over me. Over Mom. Over us.
Stop it.
Did you feel that?
I hate that I love you, Patti. I hate that I can't stop. You came here and you turned our family into a battlefield. But this isn't a battlefield. It's my home. Not yours.
You... How dare you?
Jala Jaratne, it's time to call your mother.
Vale, llamar a la madre. Dice que es hora de llamar a mamá.
Mom!
Doble zapatilla. La reconciliación, te has enfrentado a Patty. Ahora tengo que convertir esa derrota en reconciliación. Esa derrota. Hombre, nosotros íbamos ganando, ¿eh? Lo dejo ahí. El padre por ahí dice, vale, vosotros
My
arregladlo.
girls aren't a chance to rewrite the past. They're new beginnings, Amma. We need to let them write their own stories.
Yes, I understand. I'll leave after the wedding. You won't have to see me again.
Amma, no, that's not what we want.
Ah, it's all right. I don't have long left to live. No need to come home for my death rites. You're all busy, and you're holding too much resentment in your hearts. I understand.
You're part of our family, Patty. We love you.
And it's never too late to change.
Change. I'm an old woman, Betty. I'm set in my ways.
Come on, Ma. You'll outlive all of us.
Well, the doctor did say I have the spinal health of a 30-year-old. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about many things.
Vale, es una parte... Joder, me he fumado ese. Vale, no sé qué estamos consiguiendo con esto, de todas formas, pero bueno. Bueno, estamos soñando. Esto es cuando Jala está durmiendo, ¿no? Estamos ya casi ahí. Vale. Ah, coño. ¿Qué? Perdona. Que están saliendo los créditos aquí abajo a la izquierda. Pues así termina, ¿no? No sé si habrá alguna pequeña escena o algo, pero bueno. Hombre, son ciertas cosas que... Ciertas cosas que se suele hacer últimamente. Lo voy viendo más y más. Que te atan para ver los créditos, básicamente. Pero bueno, podemos ir comentando lo que nos ha parecido. Básicamente hasta aquí llega el juego. Veremos si ahora hay una escena o lo que sea. Pero hasta aquí sería. Imagino que habrá una escenita, o pega que hubiera una escena con la boda de Aruni. Tanto que se ha estado hablando de ella. Pero bueno, pasando un poco a lo que se juega. A mí me ha gustado mucho. Yo le pondría un notable, no un sobresaliente. Es pequeñito el juego. Tiene sus limitaciones, evidentemente, pero lo dicho, como suelo decir, si sabes a lo que vienes, te lo vas a pasar muy bien. Y es algo muy diferente, muy curioso, porque toca una cultura que yo no recuerdo que se haya tocado en juegos, más allá de que haya habido algún que otro personaje de la India o de esa región del mundo, pero la cultura como tal en general nos ha tocado. Este juego lo hace muy bien y no solo te abre la cultura india, te abre también pues temas que están muy, muy al día, pues temas de sexualidad, sobre todo entre los más jóvenes, que están descubriendo que hay muchas cosas que de las cuales antes no se hablaba en ese aspecto, de la brecha generacional, como hemos visto ahora mismo entre la abuela Patty y Aruni, Jala. Y sí, a mí me ha gustado mucho. Mira, avance rápido, podemos avanzar rápidamente. Bueno, avanzamos rápidamente los créditos. Sí, por aquí ya no hay más. No hay nada más. A ver, he hecho en falta una pequeña escena. Aparte de este abrazo familiar. Sí. Pues sin más, lo vamos a dejar así. Mantengo la X para ver si hay alguna escenita. Y lo dicho, lo que no me ha gustado, lo he dicho antes, lo que no me ha gustado del juego es que en la parte media, ya con tanto pretendiente, la estructura era siempre igual. Cada episodio empezabas, había un pretendiente con el que reunirte y una batalla final. Sí, parece que habrá una escena, ¿no? ¿O qué? Entonces, ese es el aspecto más flojito del juego. Que la estructura se ha repetido. Hay gente que decía que este juego era corto. Sinceramente, como se me empezaba a repetir, no hubiera querido que durara más. La parte... Al principio sí, porque es muy fresco, evidentemente, y la parte final también es diferente, entonces se agradece. Si fuera así el juego, pues la verdad es que yo también le pediría que durara más. Bueno, aquí ya está la familia. ¿Podemos hablar con todos? Sí, ¿no? Vamos a hablar con todos. Pero está muy bien, la verdad.
Sorry, this booth is full in case you didn't notice.
Aisha, we talked about this. New skate park, new open door policy.
Fine. Jala, you can sit behind us if you promise not to breathe down our necks.
Oh, that's so kind of you. I actually need to talk to a few other people first.
Oh no. How will we survive without your thrilling banter?
We could finally go over my notes for the new lore? I'm thinking 5 destined skaters. Prophesized holders of...
If we finally play Dungeons and Dragons with you, will you let this go?
Yes, I can see you have it all figured out. Try not to miss me too much.
We'll be waiting with bated breath. I'm gonna cry.
Vale, pues aquí están los skaters, ya hemos hablado con ellos. Y ahora... Bueno, vamos a hablar con la hermana y la tía.
Your grandmother is actually having a civil conversation with your father. The age of miracles is upon us.
Do you really think it'll last?
Let's hope it lasts until your wedding, at least. Hmm?
You know, I'm starting to think that Ahmed is a figment of your imagination.
Es verdad, es que no hemos visto a Ahmed, no hemos visto a...
Thanks, Jala. He actually is the man of my dreams. He's picking up his parents at the airport. You'll get to meet him later. Please don't be weird.
I hate to ruin a lovely occasion with sincerity, but I'm proud of you two.
Aw, thanks, Auntie C.
I mean, the state of your triceps and lats are a constant source of shame to me. But I guess you can't have everything.
Vale, vamos a hablar con estos.
You're not wrong, Amma. My life would be so much easier if I'd married a man you picked out for me, walked along the path you cleared. It would have been...
But so much less fun.
So, Arvind, you've been retired from the pharmacy for what? 3-4 years now? No regrets?
None. I have so much more time for birding. I even built a little hide in the backyard.
He's a bird watcher, Amma.
No, Minnie, I don't just watch them. I listen too. That's why we prefer the term birding, as I've told you before.
Like I said, he's a bird watcher.
Do the birds need to be watched?
It's a thing you do for fun, Parte, like stamp collecting or train spotting.
What an interesting idea of fun you have here in America.
I want to make it clear that I do not bird, despite Arvind's best effort.
The things I could tell you about the yellow-rumped warbler, not to mention the cedar waxwing.
Arvind,
Gracias, el padre.
not all of us share your obsessions. Amma's still jet-lagged. She'll fall asleep at this rate.
Oh, sorry, I get carried away. It's a passion of mine, you know.
No, it's okay. Tell me about it. I want to know.
You...
Yes, really. Now, come on. What in God's name is a yellow-rumped warbler?
Vale, pues parece que está mostrando interés y no sé, parece que no hay nada más que hacer por aquí, ¿no? Seguimos avanzando. Ah, aquí está Tyler. Espérate, nos hemos dejado el perro. Vamos a hacer una última vez. Vale, ya está. Pues Machan la hemos acariciado por última vez. Y aquí tenemos a
What
Tyler.
are you looking at me like that for? Please don't tell me of some kind of dramatic announcement.
Filtrar o evitar responder.
I've had enough dramatic announcements to last a lifetime. I yearn.
In this room, there's more chance of a riot.
At least it won't be boring.
The opposite of messy isn't boring, Jala.
Do you have any idea where we go from here?
That's one thing I promised myself. You are no longer part of my future plans. I was so fixated on you and me that I almost didn't notice. I actually like the life I've built for myself. I like my job. I like my friends. I like being single. There's so much more space in my life when you're not in it. I'm willing to let you back in, but it'll be different than it was before.
Tyler.
I don't mean that in a bad way. Let's just see how it goes.
Vale. Vale, pues ahí las dos guerreras se han quedado como amigas, evidentemente, porque no emparejamos a Jala con nadie. Si tienes algo más que decir, habla ahora o calla para siempre. Cuando te hayas ido ya será tarde. Irse ya.
Oh, hey, Jala, you're headed out?
Ugh, the level of thirst in this room right now. Reminds me of chaperoning your prom.
I just wanted to... damn it. Can I give you some advice? Yeah, why bother asking when you're gonna do it anyway? Fine, point taken.
I know everyone in this room wants something from you. And you love to feel wanted, but
don't let their ideas of what your future should be close yours down. I envy you a little, you know? Yes, there's uncertainty and doubt in not knowing exactly what you want. But there's so much possibility, too. The world is wide open to you, Jala. Enjoy it.
Vale, capítulo 10. ¿A dónde vamos ahora? Jala ha luchado contra Pat y ha ganado con la ayuda de mamá. Sin embargo, no es una derrota, es una reconciliación. El camino de Jala con sus amigos y su familia solo acaba de empezar. Joder, pues yo creía que ya terminaba. Tío Inti, has sobrevivido a la visita de Pat y has resuelto la situación con tus ex. Ahora puedes dedicar tu tiempo libre a patinar o a practicar en la cocina. Ve al bar cuando quieras que se haga de noche. Si has dejado cosas sin terminar con tus ex o quieres recordar la visita de Patty, puedes imaginarte cómo habría sido si te acercas a las fotos de bodas del salón. Así regresarás al capítulo 8 tras la batalla contra Tyler. Pues básicamente si quieres completar las cosas. La foto de bodas del salón, o sea que básicamente no hemos... aquí está la foto de bodas, ¿no? Mira, veis, a Ahmed no se le ve la cara. No lo hemos llegado a ver, está ahí con... No sé si han puesto unas flores o yo qué sé, no se le ve. Y así va a terminar el juego. Es una pena que no se haya visto la boda o una escena. La verdad es que a mí me habría molado. Pero bueno, es lo de menos. Al final sería la guinda del pastel. Pero bueno, un pastel bastante delicioso. Es un juego que, lo dicho, yo lo recomiendo bastante. Dura... Pues no sé si este es el 7º episodio, pues unas 7 horitas nada más. Tenéis evidentemente cosas secundarias para subir de nivel, completar más misiones secundarias de los pretendientes. Me parecen todas iguales, al igual que las misiones principales de los pretendientes en sí, que es lo único que no me ha gustado del juego, que se han repetido mucho. Entonces, al haber tanto pretendientes, si hubiera habido, por ejemplo, 3 pretendientes, pues bueno, tiene un pase, pero al haber ya 6 o no sé cuántos, pues a veces parecía que estiraba un poco el chicle de más, pero en líneas generales... fresco, divertido, toca temas de manera muy de estos tiempos, la verdad, como se tiene que hacer. Y chapo por el estudio, porque han presentado una cultura de una manera brillante, inteligente, y no se puede hacer de una manera mejor. Así que lo dejamos por aquí, no me entretengo más. Traemos el Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, el nuevo juego de la saga Yakuza, después de este Thirsty Suitors, y muchas otras series se seguirán viniendo aquí al canal. Like, favorito, si os gustó el episodio, y en comentarios lo que queráis, suscribiros al canal si queréis seguir viendo estas series, este tipo de contenido, a la campanita de notificaciones también para estar al tanto de cuando subimos el nuevo contenido. Y como siempre, muchísimas gracias por pasaros un día más. Hasta la próxima.